Assalamu alaikum students. We have read about that the sum of the squares of direct cosines of a vector, that's L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1, or that is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equals to 1. Sometime back it was asked in entrance examination that if cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equals to 1, then find out sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma. This was question. Now if we have to solve this very question, we will approach like this. Solution of this particular question, it will be as cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equals to 1. Now we know what? We know that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we can place cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. So instead of cos square alpha, I can place here 1 minus sine square alpha plus 1 minus sine square beta plus 1 minus sine square gamma equals to what? Now it will be 1 1 1, it will be 3, and it will be minus times sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma equals to 1. Taking all the 3 on that very side, that will become as positive, and it will be 3 minus 1 equals to sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma, that is 2 is equal to sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma. So this is how we can solve this very numerical, that if cos square, the sum of the squares of the direct cosine is equal to 1, then find out the sine square alpha plus sine square beta plus sine square gamma, and we have finally shown out that this comes out to be equal to 2. Now we will go through another topic, and that is called as scalar product oblique product of vectors. What is scalar or dot product of vectors? Let's say two vectors. Let this be vector A and this be vector B. This is vector B and this whole is vector A. Now scalar or dot product of two, it is defined as the product of magnitude of vector A and B multiplied by the cosine of smaller angle between them. So if we are having two vectors A and B and they are having an angle of theta between them, then we can represent dot product or scalar product. Just A read as A dot B. A dot B. A dot B equals to magnitude of A, that will be like this, into magnitude of B, that will be like this, and cosine of angle between them, that's cos of theta. Or you can place it simply A B cos of theta. Or you can define it like this, as in the figure. If you will draw a perpendicular on this very vector A, now how much will be from this point up to this? It will be, as this is in this very triangle, if it is P Q R, in triangle P Q R, I think the relation of base with the hypotenuse is the hypotenuse times cos of theta. Hypotenuse times cos of theta, B cos of theta. This will be B cos theta. The relation of perpendicular with hypotenuse, it will be the hypotenuse times sine of theta, B sine of theta. But right now we are interested in what? We are interested in the relation of base with hypotenuse as well as the angle. So always you have to remember, if you are having a vector, its component along the base side will be that vector times the cos of theta, and its component along the perpendicular side will be what? The vector times the sine of theta. So the now you can here make a change here. We set it like this. It's equal to actually A into B cos theta. What is B cos theta? B cos theta is the component of vector B along the vector A. A is the vector, but what is B cos theta? B cos theta is the component of vector B along A. So thus we can also define the dot product as magnitude of, thus we can say A dot B equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of vector A, into component of B, component of vector B in the direction of A. B cos theta is the component of vector B in the direction. Thus, magnitude dot product is also defined as the product of magnitude of one of the vector into component of another vector in the direction of first vector. So the dot product will be defined as the product of magnitude of first vector and the component of second vector in the direction of first vector. Now we will have some examples of this very dot product. Examples. Like we have read a work is equal to F dot of S. We have in the heading, write it down, scalar or dot product. So once we are having the dot of two vectors, the resulting quantity is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Once if you sometimes somebody asks you just make a scalar product of the two, so you should be aware that the resulting will be a scalar thing. Or somebody asks you just make a dot product of the two vectors, so F dot S, we can put it like this, W equals to actually the full form of this work, F S cos of theta. This is the example of dot product. Thus the work is equal to the product of the magnitude of force and displacement and the cosine of angle between them. Or you can have power is equal to F dot of V, where F is the force and V is the velocity. You can have many more examples in this area, or you can have magnetic flux phi B equals to what? B dot of A. Remember, these should be the vectors. There should be a dot product, so you can replace it, which implies phi B is equal to B A cos of theta. simply there will be electric flux. So this was the knowledge regarding the scalar or dot product. So simply it is defined as the product of magnitude of one of the vector, product of magnitude of two vectors, and multiplied with the cosine of angle between them. Or you can define it as the product of magnitude of one of the vector and the component of another vector along this very vector. These were the examples. Work is the example of it, power is the example of it, magnetic flux and electric flux. These are the examples of what? These are the examples of scalar product of two vectors. Tomorrow we'll be having another lecture regarding this very scalar product. Till then, Allah Hafiz.